Assalamu alaikum students. Let's start today's session. Okay, first we revise the words which we have discussed in previous two lectures. The first one is abashed. Abashed means to feel embarrassment. Abdicate, to leave the throne. Throne is a word which is basically chair of the king. That is called throne, Throne. Address and address, two different meanings. One is to speech, second is to home address, residential address, or something like that. Adherent, followers, adherent, adhere to, right? So these are different related words. Adverse conditions, adverse circumstances means that worst conditions. Aesthetic, beautiful. Agnostic, non-believer. Allege, to accuse somebody or someone, that is allege. Amnesty, to forgive people in a large number of persons or criminals, or you may say that some civilians, right? So this is called amnesty. Anecdote, a true story, short story, appease, to make somebody happy. Ardent, passionate, right? Ardent, full of enthusiasm. Beget mean to become father of somebody. Blasphemy, blasphemy means to to say ill something about a religious icon, religious things, right? Like prophets and books. And brevity means to be concise, to the point. Bureaucracy, bureaucratic system of public servants. Yes, now the next word is capitalism. Capital, capitalism, capitalist. This is the first word of today's session, which we have to discuss. So what's the meaning of capitalism? An economic system in which a country's business and industry are controlled and run for profit by private owners rather than by the government, right? So this is pet capitalism. And there are a few related words. One is important, that is basically capital. You need to remember a few words. Capital, intellectual capital. Capital of a country. Provincial capital. And capital is the amount of money, I mean, which you need to run a business, right? This is also, we say, capital. Next thing is growth of individual industrial capitalism. This is phrases of connected words. Private enterprises, synonym, or free enterprises. These are the synonyms. Capitalism is the word, its pronunciation is
capitalism.
Capitalism. Now let's move on towards the next word, that is basically capitulate. Capitulate and recapitulate. So what's the meaning of capitulate? To agree to do something that you have been refusing to do for a long time. To stop resisting an enemy and accept that you are defeated. Means surrender, conditional surrender, something like that. Now, what is a sentence? They were finally forced to capitulate to terrorist demands. The town capitulated after a 3-week siege. Forced to capitulate means forced to surrender. And its antonym is resist, hold on. Capitulation is its family word. Now let's see its pronunciation.
Capitulate.
Capitulate. Third word is capricious. This word is also there in IELTS book 6. Showing sudden change in attitude or behavior, changing suddenly and quickly. Capricious. Just like volatile, right? A movie star who was capricious and difficult to please. They had to contend with capricious economic forces, capricious and difficult to please, and inconstant, unstable, volatile. Volatile is another word which is commonly used, that is volatile. इन उर्दू लैंग्वेज में पल में तोला पल में माशा, इस सेंस में हम लोग उसको यूज करते हैं. Caricature. So what's the meaning of caricature? To make cartoon of somebody, right? A funny drawing or picture of somebody that exaggerates some of their features. Means you will show them the person is goofy. In your caricature, in your picture, you will show that the person is cunning, shrewd, these kind of things, by magnifying the person's eye or body or head or face, something like that. Different architects, I mean, they use this way of portraying pictures. In especially you can see in news, there are different cartoons. So it's caricature is cartoon basically. He had unfairly presented a caricature of my views. The two stars had become caricatures of themselves, right? So cartoon mimicry, and its antonym is homage, tribute, caricaturist, the person who makes cartoons. So what's the pronunciation?
Caricature.
Caricature. Okay, next word is castigate. Castigate means to punish somebody, to criticize somebody. Just a minute. Something went wrong with its link. Yes, anyway, you can just write it down. Castigate means to criticize somebody or to punish somebody, right? So tomorrow, inshallah, we shall discuss this word in detail, but right now something is wrong with the link. Next is charismatic. This is personality related word. Charismatic means appealing, charisma, spell, something like that. Charismatic, exercising a compelling charm which inspires devotion in others, attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others, right? So beauty, also charismatic leader, charisma of his personality, resistant charismatic. ठीक, इसका उर्दू मीनिंग है दिलकश कह सकते हैं, लेकिन कैप्टिवेटिंग इज another basically word which we can use instead of charismatic. So now let's listen to its charismatic.
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 Chronicle. Chronicle of timekeeping. This is one of the article in IELTS reading. So chronicle is old written record of historical events, right? To make record or give details of something, that is basically chronic. Sidra, turn off your mic. Okay. Chronicle of Narnia. This is one movie, Chronicle of Narnia. Children's movie, animated movie. So you can watch this movie as well. Her latest novel is a chronicle of life in Devon Village. The book chronicles the writer's coming to terms with his illness. A record written down, chronicle.
Chronicle.
Cognitive. Its pronunciation is cognitive. So let me see. I think this is pronunciation.
Cognitive.
Cognitive.
Listen closely. Cognitive. Repeat once more. Cognitive.
Yes. cognitive. So connected with mental process of understanding, relating to or involving the process of thinking and reasoning, right? Cognitive is that how your mind is working to infer something, to process something, to get the meaning of something. How do you learn? Cognitive processing is something related to this. They are studying the links between cognitive and linguistics development in young children. This is both a cognitive and an emotional process. Links between cognitive and linguistics development. Synonyms is awareness and learning, and antonyms weak minded, misleading. So these are 8 words we have discussed. Let me repeat the meaning of these words. Capitalism means Sarmaya Darana Nizam, right? Where private companies, they enjoy the business, or they run a country basically. Capitulate means to surrender. Capricious means volatile. Caricature means to make cartoon of somebody. Castigate means to punish, to criticize, right? And charismatic personality, right? Charisma means spell of somebody, means attractiveness of somebody. Another word is captivating. Chronicle is historical history of something, chronicle of timekeeping, history of something. And cognitive is the process of brain to infer something, to get, to understand something, or to learn something. Basically, processing of your brain. This is called cognitive approach, cognitive abilities, cognitive learning, these kind of things. Now let's talk about the word idiomatic expression. That's what I call, this is what we have discussed yesterday and today, get cracking. What's the meaning of get cracking? You say get cracking in an informal context when you mean that there is a need of for hurry or speed. Get cracking, that work has to be finished today. We should get cracking, the last bus leaves in a half an hour. Get cracking, simply do it fast. Do it fast. Write down somewhere, do it fast, right? And that's what I call, we discussed yesterday. You say that that's what I call when you think that something is very good, as though it was a perfect example. Now that's what I call a good cup of tea. That's what I call a fine portrait. So these 2 words, the first one, we, that's what I call, we discussed yesterday. And get cracking today, again, fast, to do something fast, right? And basically this is informal word or informal idiomatic expressions. We use it in informal conversation, not informal conversation. We use this word, get cracking. So this is all about today's session, and see you inshallah tomorrow. I just want from your side that keep on writing these words and keep on making notes with me, and write down some points as well. Try to revise it. It will take only 5 minutes to revise all these words before taking the session. Or if it is not possible, then after taking the session, revise whole words. Make banks, right? Try to make flashcards. This is one of the important technique. So how can you make flashcards? Write down all these 50 words, 100 words. For example, you can make flashcards of 50 words. Just keep on moving. Read the first word, capitulate. The meaning is to surrender. Next word is, for example, castigate, to punish somebody, captivating, circumscribe. So just recall the meanings of these words. And then you see that, for example, there's a word anomaly, and you don't know the meaning of this word. So simply put that flashcard aside. And on the back of that flashcard is, you will find the meaning and sentences of that word. It is noun or adjective. What is the meaning of this word? And this is enough for that day, right? But you need to remember the word castigate or anomaly. I don't know for today. See the meaning, revise the word, and just add 50 words. Next Tuesday, this was Monday. Tuesday another 50 words, and then another 50 words, then another 50 words. So this is how you will be able to learn. And when you see that you have no problem with 100 words or 200 words, then make a group of a bundle of 100 flashcards, right? So Monday 100, second 100, second Tuesday, Thursday 201 to 300. So this is how try. So by using these techniques, you can learn more than 1,000, 2,000 new words, right? So, okay, see you inshallah tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.